Hey everyone, what's going on? Jeff here from Films at Home, and in today's video I need to address some of these rumors and some of the speculation that's going on the internet right now about Warner Brothers and their future in home entertainment, specifically physical media. There have been a couple of tweets and Facebook comments, I guess, and now there are reports, which I'm putting in quotes because journalism today is speculating about somebody's Facebook comment or a tweet, which to me is not really a report, is not factual, is not really journalism. But there have been all these articles floating around, and I'm seeing more and more by the day. And I basically just want to get out ahead of this, like some others in the physical media community already have. So I started getting a bunch of Instagram messages and YouTube comments over really like the last 12 to maybe 18 hours, which is why I'm like waking up this morning and wanted to address this right away. But basically, there's been this like viral social media comment, not even a post, but a comment from somebody who's been involved in the animation industry and was asked about, Looney Tunes and physical media for Looney Tunes and what the plans were. And he came out and he said, there's no plans right now for Looney Tunes to do any more physical media releases. There's a focus on HBO Max from Warner Brothers with that type of content, blah, blah, blah. But he made this statement that Warner Archive is shutting down. Now, if you didn't know that, that's true. Warner Archive was like a subset of Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, did a lot of back catalog, did a lot of animated releases. They are shutting down. They're shutting down that label. So that's true, but he also made this statement that Warner Brothers as a whole was going to abandon physical media in 2022, and anything in 2021 that's released will still come out, but after that, there are no plans. And I just have to address this because that whole comment is complete garbage and is not factual, is not true, not sure where that information came from. But the statement's only half true. The Warner Archive brand, everybody was laid off, that's being shut down, and most likely stuff from that Warner Archive brand will start to be outsourced to, I could imagine it being outsourced to people like Kino Lorber or Arrow Video or maybe Scream or Shout Factory. I can start to see it getting licensed out, and that's probably their goal in the future for these lesser known back catalog animated titles that maybe won't sell as many copies. But if you've been following the channel, you know that I talked probably a couple months ago about a deal between Universal Studios and Warner Brothers regarding home entertainment. And that's where I was seeing a lot of comments come in because people were confused. How are people reporting Warner Brothers is shutting down physical media when they just signed this new joint venture with Universal? And the fact of the matter is, first, like I said, it's not true. I've checked with people at Warner. I have official PR sources. I have unofficial sources, people who work there. All of them have said it's complete garbage. Physical media is going forward at Warner Brothers for at least new releases, popular catalog titles. But this joint venture, if you look at what the joint venture says, first of all, it's a 10-year deal that was signed in 2021. So if you're signing a 10-year deal in 2021, that brings you to 2031, and the deal completely focused on physical media in the home entertainment market, but specifically discs, physical media and discs. And the reason for the joint venture was so that Warner Brothers and Universal could share some of the marketing and production costs. Universal would be releasing some Warner Brothers titles and handling distribution in certain countries. Warner would do the same for Universal in other countries. They just have this joint venture so that they can kind of minimize the costs, but they also realize that although 63% of the home media market is now streaming, there's still a big portion here, billions and billions of dollars a year, that discs and physical media sales are driving. And so they don't want to give up that revenue stream. They simply want to make it a little bit easier to manufacture, easier to distribute, bring the costs down because there isn't as big a benefit. There aren't as much profits in physical media now as possibly, streaming. And so what they're joining together to continue physical media. There are absolutely, I say this one 100% certainty, there are absolutely no plans for Warner Brothers to abandon physical media completely. Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, their big franchises, their big catalog titles, there are already things I know are in the works on 4K that are being remastered right now. which may come out in 2022. There are already things in the backlog that are being worked on. New releases will 100% still be on Blu-ray. Many of them will still come to 4K. They're still supporting all of those markets. And you really should just be careful when you're reading things on the internet. That's the way the internet is today. One person comments who maybe knows somebody at Warner Brothers and heard a rumor about something, and then all of a sudden we've got 3 or 4 articles across the internet, and then it turns into a much bigger deal, and it's all completely overblown. Now, I reached out to Warner officially. I didn't get a statement, but I do know, like I said, from official sources and from inside people there that it's totally untrue. So I expect Warner Brothers to probably come out and release a statement on it or address it in the next few days, because it's been blown totally out of proportion. I honestly, I saw the news yesterday. I kind of ignored it because I said, no way that one Facebook comment or one social media post is going to get this much traction. But I should have known better, knowing the way the internet works today and the way that people are always looking for clicks. That's what happened. People started to get concerned, especially the collectors and people in this community. So that's why I'm making this very quick, informal video this morning, because I just wanted to address this, get all the rumors and all the garbage out of the way, and just let you guys know that there's no risk here. Your Warner stuff is still going to be coming. New releases will still be coming. Back catalogs and new remasters are still being worked on, and you can clearly see that there's at least a 10-year plan here from 2021 when that deal was signed to continue to support these markets and physical media as a whole. So no reason to be concerned. Any reports that say otherwise are completely untrue. They're not based in fact. They probably haven't actually talked to anybody at Warner Brothers. They're completely speculating, most likely based on the fact that Warner Archive is shutting down. And there may also be confusion with some people that Warner Archive shutting down means Warner Brothers is shutting down, and that's just not the truth. So that is really it for this video. It's quick. I just wanted to address it, but make sure you do your fact checking. Read the agreement. Again, I'll post the link to the article that announced the Universal Warner Brothers agreement. I threw up some screenshots here which are pretty relevant because they speak directly to the importance that both studios are still putting on physical media, but you can reread the article for yourself. It clearly would debunk anything that's been said in the last 24 hours about Warner Brothers specifically. Clearly there's plans for the future. There's plans for physical media. There's a huge $6 billion a year market, which is a massive market still, just in the US alone. It's a huge market. That's still a ton of sales. And although streaming is going to be a big push for Warner Brothers with HBO Max, it's not meaning that physical media will go away. Do not believe the internet. Do not believe the rumors, and please do not believe random comments on Twitter or on Facebook by people who really don't know exactly what they're talking about or are confused. Don't believe me. Bill Hunt at the Digital Bits has said the same thing. Multiple other Twitter accounts who are involved in physical media have backed this up. It's a known fact that Warner's not going anywhere. So again, I'm not your only source. Read around, read the article on the agreement, check out other sources, but it's pretty clear there's nothing we have to worry about as collectors, and physical media is still going to be around for a very long time. If you want to stay up to date on this type of stuff, follow me on Instagram. Also, make sure you're subscribed, have your notifications on. You can also find me on TikTok as well now, which is a growing movie collecting community over there, which is awesome. And check out all the other links, especially those links to the articles I mentioned, so you can do your reading and make an informed, or you don't need to make an informed decision, but at least be informed about what's actually happening in this industry. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Lots to come here on the channel with reviews and 4K stuff coming out in May, June, July. There's a huge schedule, so I'm excited for it. Hope you guys are too. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.